What's up, guys? PM Video here on Chicago Bears Now, and on today's show, I know it's not the headline you want to look at. Is a disaster brewing among the Chicago Bears? It didn't feel great inside of Halas Hall from what's being reported today, and obviously coming off a disappointing week one to the Packers, and I think there's some evidence that could suggest that if things don't turn around week two in Tampa, things could go south very, very quickly. Now, I'm not jumping off the bandwagon. The season's not over by any means after 1 week, but there's a lot to dive into here, and I'll explain here in just a minute. But on the field, we got waxed. Off the field, we're getting waxed right now, this time by the 49ers report. They're riding high after a dominant win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. We've still almost picked up 1,000 subs this month, so appreciate all of you. But can we close the gap? Can we get close to the Niners and more new subscribers this month? If you want authentic Bears takes, the latest news, rumors that are out there with my opinions involved in all of it for free, this is the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button. It's youtube.com/BearsNow. Let's go. Plenty of month left to take down the 49ers report in subscribers. Okay, Justin Fields opened up today with his press conference. Energy was, so-so. He did admit that he was too conservative on Sunday, said he has to give guys chances downfield, and it wasn't just his words. The metrics say that as well. He was dead last in ADOT among week one quarterbacks. Now, if you don't know what that nerdy acronym means, it's average depth of target. So basically, he was last in the NFL among quarterbacks in terms of how far he was throwing the ball downfield and how often he was doing it. And that makes sense. Outside of the touchdown throw to Mooney and the scramble drill throw to Mooney, there was basically no downfield throwing at all. In fact, it was kind of historically bad. Arjun Menon here with a note from this performance. He said he had an outlier performance, Justin Fields did on Sunday, and not in a good way. Since 2018, he's one of 4 quarterbacks that had an average time to throw of above 3.2 seconds and an ADOT of 5 yards or lower in a single game. The other quarterbacks, Ian Book, Sam Darnold, and Zach Wilson. Now, the 3.21 seconds to throw thing is a bit confusing and conflicting to me because anybody who watched that film knows that more often than not, this offensive line got beat. That's just a fact. But that is still not company you want to be involved with there. Ian Book, Sam Darnold, and Zach Wilson, yikes, that is not it. Now, here's where I really get concerned. Justin Fields admitted to being too conservative. He was followed up and asked, why were you conservative? He said, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. That worries me. That, it feels like a lack of confidence to me, right? Like, I don't know. Why don't you know? Like, were you not trusting what you said? Like, when you don't know, that means you don't have the answers. And you're not going to have the answer to everything. It's only one game, but that's not inspiring a lot of confidence into me, if I'm being completely honest. And I think he's lacking confidence with not just himself. Here's Justin Fields on Luke Getsy, the offensive coordinator. He said, at the end of the day, you got to have trust in your OC. I'm not just going to go up to the line of scrimmage and change the whole play, even though the one time he did, he threw a touchdown. When we've talked about it, we talked about why we're running the play in a certain situation. This just isn't good, guys. This does not feel good whatsoever. This sounds like a player who's lacking confidence not only in himself, also Luke Getsy, perhaps some of his teammates. I'll put this on record right now. If the Bears lose on Sunday in Tampa Bay, it could be catastrophic for this franchise. It could be catastrophic for this team this year. It could be catastrophic for Fields' chances of being the guy here long term. It could be catastrophic for Matt Eberflus and this coaching staff. I really think it could go down south quickly with a loss on Sunday. Now, on the flip side, with the win on Sunday, things could be stabilized very quickly. But it just goes to show this game is vital for the Chicago Bears. You cannot lose in Tampa. Because guess what? If you do, that's your 12th straight loss, 12th, and you're staring Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium in the barrel in week 3. You're not winning that game, especially if you start 0-2. You cannot lose to Tampa Bay on Sunday. That would be unbelievably disastrous for this franchise. What is your concern level with the Chicago Bears right now? Scale it from 1 to 10 for me down in the comment section below. Your concern level with the Bears at this point in time. I will answer that question after this YouTube ad break. My concern level is 8.9. I won't go 9 or higher because it is one game. But it could not be higher for me coming out of one game. You got outplayed. You got outcoached. Your quarterback's lacking confidence. Your rival kicked your ass again. Like, the defense stinks through one game. Like, nothing's good. Like, Roschon Johnson ran hard. That was a positive. A couple other player performances here and there. Yeah, that was fine. Overall, though, I'm concerned. And I'm concerned about what I heard today at Halas Hall, the energy level. Like, you got to go. Like, this has got to flip quickly. You got 4 days until kickoff of your second game in a game that is absolutely critical. Also, how about this from Quentin Crisco here? He credits Next Gen Stats, shows that Fields as the least aggressive passer in the NFL for week 1 with an aggressive throw rate of 2.7%. That's barely any. Last season, he ranked last in the NFL for aggressive throw rate at 9.1%. In 2021, he ranked 10th for aggressive throw rate at 17%. And that's a key note there at the bottom. 10th in the NFL. That's pretty high, especially for a rookie quarterback. So it makes you wonder, what happened here? What happened? Now, I remember very clearly that when this new regime came in here, they said, hey, we like Fields' aggressiveness, but it needs to be reined in. He's got to be willing to take the check down. But did they overcorrect? Like, have they over compensated to the point where he only wants to take the check down, where it's like he'll look for like a second and then he's like, check down. Like, that's kind of what it looks like on film, because there are some plays there where it's like, oh, dude, he's open, like downfield. Not necessarily like a go ball, but like, 10-yard hitch in the middle of the field, a deep over to DJ Moore. Like, there were plays that could have been made. Now, getting to the check down is a positive, but it's like, you can't just dump it off every play. Like, did this staff overcorrect him? Because with Nagy, the main issue with Nagy was he just couldn't even get back to the check down. Yes, and that was a problem, but they were concerned. There were too many turnovers, and obviously the scheme just sucked. A lot of hitches and stuff like that. Well, now I'm questioning the scheme, and I'm also questioning the coaching of like the over-aggressiveness to now not aggressive at all. You can't lack aggressiveness. Like, I would rather sink being aggressive this year with Justin Fields than, like, not even swim, but like, what's the word? Tread water. Like, just survive. Try to win games like 20-17 with Fields. Just don't turn it over. Just dump it off, right? Like, that's not a long-term solution. Like, I would rather go 5-12 with him taking chances more than he is now than go 7-10 with him dumping it off to the running backs and tight ends all the time. It's not a bad thing when you check it down. You just can't do it all the time. And when there's plays to be made downfield, you got to throw the football. Have they overcoached him? I don't know. Something doesn't feel great here. You know what does feel great? And you know what does sound great? A meal from Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit that can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your doorstep. And guess what? You'll save time, you'll eat well, and you'll stay on track with your healthy lifestyle. Are you looking for calorie-conscious options during the busy season this fall? Try our delicious dietitian-approved calorie-smart meals with around or less than 550 calories per serving. Maybe you need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel your best as you tackle a busy autumn. Try Protein Plus meals from Factor with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. Tons of different options depending on what you're looking for in terms of calories, healthy lifestyle. Here's the one constant though. It takes less than 2 minutes to prepare all of these meals. Some of them are microwaved, some of them aren't. You can just grab them out of the box and eat right away. So head to factormeals.com/BearsChat50. That is factormeals.com/BearsChat50. That link and promo code of BearsChat50 to get 50% off is in the comments and description of this video. Factor, it's going to save you time. We don't have time to cook as much as we want to during football season. Head over to Factor for quick and easy meals. Okay, Chase Claypool. Oh, boy. Is he on the hot seat? No. He's on the my seat is on fucking fire seat. Like, this was bad reviewing it a second time. Matt Eberflus was asked about this and said, yep, after the game I talked to him about him not blocking in that game. Here's what he said. He said, we already talked about it. I think it was maybe Sunday after the game or Monday it was. But, yeah, again, you guys all saw the plays. And again, the perimeter blocking needs to improve for all of us, and we're going to get that. We're going to work hard to get that done. Matt Eberflus was asked, could Equinemius St. Brown play over Claypool this week? Could Claypool be a healthy scratch? He said, we're looking at all possibilities right now. I'm not going to talk about who's going to be up or down for the game for obvious reasons. We're looking at all things to make our team better. And what does that sound like to do? The phrase, we're looking at all possibilities right now. Because I kind of took that not just for receiver, but across the board. And what that tells me is this staff is scrambling already. After one game, they're like, oh my God, this was so bad. I mean, we have to burn the tape and try all new things. And to be honest, you watch some of that tape, especially offensively, you're like, yeah, you kind of do, man. Like, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good game plan, offensively or defensively. But it's also concerning when you hear the head coach say, we're looking at all possibilities like right now. Now, you could take that pause and be like, yeah, we're considering everything in terms of who's going to be active, who's not. And like, you do that every week anyways. But like, I just took it a little more listening to it. I was like, they're already scrambling here. Like, that's not what you're looking for. That's not instilling confidence in me, you guys, anyone else watching this team, fans, non-fans, whoever. Like, that's not ideal. I mean, that reminds me of, like, Nagy's last season midway through the year. Remember those reports of, like, he asked George McCaskey who should start at QB, and I don't know if that ended up being true or not, but, like, that is like all-time desperation. I don't think it's that, but it kind of feels that way. It does not look good through one game. Now, the wide receiver thing is going to get interesting and very quickly because obviously you want this trio of DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, and Chase Claypool to work. On paper, in theory, this should be an excellent trio. I'm not saying best in the league, but top half, absolutely. But Claypool just looks disinterested, and I defended this guy. I've gone to bat for him like, hey, let's give it time, but when the effort isn't there, you lose me. Like, you at least have to play hard. Like, I get if you want to be frustrated, you're not getting targeted the football. Like, that's cool. That's fine. Like, I'm not going to, like, challenge you or be upset that you're upset about that. But when you're being asked to block on the perimeter and you're just half-assing out there and you're getting run over by Keyshawn Nixon, who's 5'10", and you're 6'3", that's unacceptable. So here's what I would do when it comes to Claypool. I would evaluate him very closely at practice this week. Starting with today's practice, not sure how that went, and the rest of the week. If the effort isn't off the charts, I would bench him, at least for a game. I would make him inactive. I would activate EQ, Valus, whoever. We know with EQ, he's at least going to block. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but he blocks. In the run game, the screen game, downfield, like when Fields is scrambling, he's downfield blocking. Like, he'll at least do that. The effort will be there as a blocker. We did not see that with Claypool. I don't know if I've seen a more disheartening performance for a guy who's under the microscope than I saw from Claypool this weekend. I mean, it was that bad, if we're being completely honest. Now, be real with me. Are you done with Chase Claypool? Type D for done or L for last chance. You'll give him another opportunity here. Kind of on my last chance. I'm not done because you traded the freaking number 32 pick for him. I mean, you want to give yourself every chance with the guy, but, like, we see another effort like that. I mean, what can you do? Like, at some point, you just have to cut your losses. So I hope he turns the page here, and this whole team does, and brings more juice and plays well and plays hard on Sunday. Like, at least play hard. If you make mistakes, you make mistakes. But give me every effort, man. Like, because we did not see that last week. All right, quick look at the injury report before we get out of here. Kyler Gordon did not practice with that hand injury. I don't expect him to play this week. There's rumors there could be a broken bone in there. We'll see. Matt Eberflus declined to comment on specifics. Josh Blackwell, who would take over at the nickel position for Kyler Gordon, he was limited with the hamstring, so that's interesting. And then Dylan Cole, who got re-signed, he's dealing with the hamstring as well, limited participant. If Blackwell is out, who plays nickel? There was some chatter. Could Tyreek Stevenson go there? Because he played some of that at Georgia, but that's why he left Georgia, because he wanted to play on the outside. I would not make that mistake. You kind of did that with Gordon last year, where you kept moving him from nickel to outside. I would leave Stevenson on the perimeter. He looks comfortable there. Like, stop asking these rookies to do too much. And then I would just turn to either if Blackwell can't go, Jalen Jones, Terrell Smith, next man up. Like, take your lumps. I mean, if that's what it's going to have to be, that's what it's going to have to be. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully at least Blackwell is able to go, and you at least feel okay there if he has to play. Okay, other news, and then we're out of here. The Bears are wearing the orange jerseys in Tampa. That must mean Tampa's wearing their home whites. This is certainly fascinating for Chicago because No, this is good, Trace. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. This is certainly fascinating here when it comes to the Bears, because I know a lot of you guys don't like the orange. I actually do, but I do recognize that typically they have not played well in orange jerseys. This is certainly interesting. This is kind of a bold move, and I kind of like it, if I'm being honest, because I said it earlier, your season could be on the line here. You lose, like, the morale is going to be shot. You're 0-2, 12 straight losses. You're staring Arrowhead Stadium in the face for 0-3. This is a ballsy move, going with orange on the road. I kind of like it. Sink or swim by going bold, baby. Screw it. Why not? The why not will be is if you lay another egg in the orange, fans are never going to want to wear them again. But, hey, what are you going to do, man? All you got to do is hope things turn around quickly. Do you love the move? I kind of do like this move. I'll be honest. I haven't liked really much about the Bears recently, but I kind of like just going all in with the orange unis. Why not? Let's let it rip, baby. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Let me know what you guys think. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me here on Chicago Bears Now. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications for more videos. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Live show, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 Central Time. We'll have a video go out in the morning as well.